Par 4 eighth, Frank, draw it up for us, this approach shot.
Well, a good tee shot, just a short iron in here. This is one hole really where you should go at the flag. If the flag's on the left, take it on. The flag's on the right, take it on. And the reason why is you're going to keep the ball in the right section.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. The lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. And he's made it onto the green now. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That takes him to 1 under on the day. To finish off the front 9 now, we are on to the first of 2 par 5s on the course, measuring at exactly 600 yards. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Didn't cover the flagstick on that one, but on the green, safely, with about 30 feet to go. Facing 29 feet. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Oh, that's fine.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Frank, this is just an embarrassing performance.
There's no crying in golf, Rich.
Moving on to the 11th here, 197 yards. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. These putts keep the round together. Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed a bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Lining this one up for par. Nice par to remain 1 under. Here at the downhill 12th now.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. Now down on the tee here at the 13th. This one stretched out just a little bit more, 476 yards in a par 4.
And now you're playing straight up the hill away from Eastlake, so you can tack another 30 or 40 yards onto this hole. 2 bunkers down the left. There's only a player or 2 in the field that could actually fly that second one. So it will play as a dogleg left. And also that second shot, you're going to have to add at least another club or 2 for that uphill going into this green.
Appears to be tracking well. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination. Really. This is an awkward length. Well, we'll never know if that had gone in, because it never made it.
Getting set now over the putt. Now at 1 over par. At the 14th now, 442-yard par 4, goes downhill a bit.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball down the left side of the fairway, Rich, because everything slopes to the rough on the right. Ball hangs up on the left side. There's a lone tree in the rough there that often comes into play. Green slopes away from the players to the left, and those 2 bunkers, The reason why they're pinched in? Well, when you're in the rough, you'll find out why they're there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Now we're at the par 5 15th, and it's only 525 yards, so obviously a great chance to make a birdie, maybe even an eagle. But if you stray off the...
Well, when he goes after it like he is here...
He's just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taken off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was heading for that quick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
So in the red figures at 1 under. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Looking for a pure strike here on the approach shot at 16.
Safely on deck.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
For birdie. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Well, you can feel the tension right now. Always a pivotal shot in the round, the second to 17. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Settles in over the putt. The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green. And this is looking really good. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Doing that trio at the top.
That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
And right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Oh yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Here at the par 3 second hole, bunker left, bunker just short of the green. That water is not in play for most of these professionals. The green is 34 yards deep. The key here probably is to keep it below the hole. It can get tricky if you're above it. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Not very happy with that one. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
And that par certainly won't hurt the cause.
Still some time. Frank, what are the players facing here at this short par 4 third?
It's uphill, so it'll play a little longer than what it measures on the card. The green, I think, is the most interesting aspect of this hole. That back portion, you have to really be precise there, but you can use the slope when the flag's on the front. Try and spin it back towards that flag.
That's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge. away with this title. Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Getting set now for the approach at the fourth, and what should the player be looking at?
Well, just the green up ahead, Rich. This is so severe in the undulations and fast. You don't want to leave the ball left or past the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Hard-fought par right there. Back on the tee here at East Lake, fifth hole, 520-yard par 4. Excellent looking shot here. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. Safely on the dance floor.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Good effort, good par putt. We all recognize this hole, the sixth, a par 3 over water, 209 yards. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. This is a really good par 4. Dog leg to the left, 434 yards here at the 7th at East Lake. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Here at the 8th, again, this is not an especially long hole. but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key. Trying to get a good mental picture here on the approach shot at the par 4 eighth. Again, most important to just avoid those bunkers by the green. Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Now to hole number 9, 600-yard par 5, and it's the first par 5 of the round.
Oh, that's fine.
Eastlake Golf Club was named the permanent home of the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola back in 2005. It is the final event of the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup, with only the top 30 players on the points list qualifying each year. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, it's a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank... Frank, what do you like here on the second shot at the par 4 10th?
You can see why a powerful player with a nice high soft landing approach shot really gets a benefit here. Because of the undulations, you're not going to get the ball to move too much on the green with a lengthy second shot.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on now to the 11th and another par 3. Frank, this one just under 200 yards.
Does play a little bit uphill, and really it's like a V-shaped green. Those two front bunkers really pitch the front of that green in. Hole actually gets a little easier the further the flag goes up the green. It's a little wider, and the chances of having an uphill putt increase. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday.
You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Yeah, right there. Just 5 feet left. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. This hole is really getting the best of them. For bogey once again. In for a bogey. Most players will hit fairway woods or long irons off the tee on this downhill par 4. There's an overhanging tree and some deep rough on that left side of the fairway. That makes this hole really tough if you're coming in from the left side. The right center of the fairway, that's the ideal location, leaving a short iron to the green. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
It's no snack, though.
So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Frank, how about the 13th hole? Pretty long par 4.
It is. 470 plays closer to 500. The reason why is you're going back uphill. A slight dogleg left, playing around those two bunkers on the left. Another, though, that you have to flight that second shot beautifully. That green pinches in the front, protected by the bunker left and right.
Comfortably over the ball, ready to go here at 13.
Could have been a lot worse. That he didn't finish up too bad.
No, just on the fringe, so he'll still have an opportunity to knock this one in. And he's made the green. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this too is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fit. He goes after it like he is here. I'm loving that balance.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This is a 9-footer. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Frank, this is really a picturesque hole. As you look out, you can see the Atlanta skyline, and you can...
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Really powering up here.
Oh, I like that.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, what's the play here on the 16th?
Downhill second shot, perhaps take one club less, and also just let the ball release on this green.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Now the 17th hole here at East Lake, 455 yards, made famous a few years back by Bill Haas, who splashed one out of the water left of the green on his way to winning the FedEx Cup Championship. Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3. 235 yards to the green. That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. this putt for birdie. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
A great start.
Here at the par 3 second hole, bunker left, bunker just short of the green. That water is not in play for most of these professionals. The green is 34 yards deep. The key here probably is to keep it below the hole. It can get tricky if you're above it.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That one was running so hot. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Solid play, heart of the green. So just a formality here. That is a solid par putt. On this short par 4, a fairway wood off the tee should leave players with a short iron to the green. The front of the green is guarded by 2 large bunkers that are especially difficult if the hole is cut on the right portion of the green. The green slopes from back to front and has several dominating ridges that make it very difficult to read. That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So 24 feet after that approach shot, Frank.
It's just outside the what you'd think very makeable distance.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Good putt. Here now at the par 4 fourth at East Lake at 440 yards in length. And Frank, I was about to say, well, it stretches out now, gets a little bit longer after some short par 4s to open. Then I thought, well, 440 yards, that's another drive and a wedge for today's players.
It certainly is. The two bunkers down the right make you sort of send your tee shot towards that left side of the fairway, but you'd actually rather be in a fairway bunker than that left rough. And one of the reasons why is this green pitches not only back to front, but also from left to right.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Frank, that looked good to me. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the 5th hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one here, otherwise you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. The 6th green here at East Lake Golf Club, tracing back to the original Tom Bendelow design that opened back in 1908, built as the green for the par 5 16th. A Donald Ross rerouting 5 years later made it the target for a par 3 on the front 9. Well, this could be good. That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. And getting ready for the putt.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, one shot. Miss a short one, also one shot.
And that's painful. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. This is a really good par 4. Dog leg to the left, 434 yards here at the 7th at East Lake. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. This par 4 is a dogleg left with bunkers and trees on that left side of the fairway, so that should deter players from cutting the corner. Although often thought of as a birdie hole, this 8 has a relatively small, firm green surrounded by a deep bunker in front, thick rough on all sides. Birdies might not be as plentiful as people think. Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Frank, just a shade outside 15 feet.
Well, if you're going to be like that, Rich, it's 16 feet to be exact.
Beautiful touch. Nice putt. Now rounding out the front side, finally a par 5. It's a 600-yarder.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This has really been an airtight performance to this point. Just flawless. Right where they were aiming, in the fairway.
Second shot.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's no snack, though.
Maybe lifted right there, just sort of peaked. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. That shot falls for a birdie. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Getting set now for the approach here at the 10th.
A good drive down the left side. Looks nicely at this green, but the green pitches from that back right to the front left. You can use the slope to your advantage.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green, and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break, and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And he makes it for a bogey here. Most players will hit fairway woods or long irons off the tee on this downhill par 4. There's an overhanging tree and some deep rough on that left side of the fairway. That makes this hole really tough if you're coming in from the left side. The right center of the fairway, that's the ideal location, leaving a short iron to the green.
That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot now at the par 4 12. Frank, you've been there. What are you looking to do?
Downhill par 4, so you don't really have to hit the ball overly high. This green's a little flatter than what you realize, so the ball's likely to kick forward. Just something in the heart of the green is going to leave you a birdie putt, irrespective of where the flag is. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. Drops it in. Ball is teed up the par 4 13th. A good one, 476 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this too is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fairway to hit because of the pitch from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway. No fairway bunkers to worry about, but if you watch the Tour Championship over the years, you'll find the majority of the field live in that right rough. It's the most difficult part of playing this downhill par 4.
Now at 14, ready for the approach shot. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge. That's it. A hybrid putt, you name it, whatever works.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
This hole is really getting the best of them for bogey once again. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
All teed up at the 15th, the final par 5 on the course, sitting at just 525 yards. Now we're at the par 5 15th, and it's only 525 yards, so obviously a great chance to make a birdie, maybe even an eagle. But if you stray off the tee, you could walk away with 6. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. You have to allow for that. And keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance. Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
In for par. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, this is the point in the round where a player really wants to be focused, dialed in. Second shot here at the par 4 16th.
And coming off a downhill lie, so allow that ball to go a little bit further than normal and perhaps even take that extra kick.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Continues to putt beautifully. Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf. Frank, that one is long and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. made the green. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
That's good work. That's a good par right there. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's the final round of the Peach Invitational. They'll be happy with that in the fairway. Now a good chance to attack this hole. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Settles in over the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
On to the second hole now. And really a nice mix of opening holes here at East Lake. 214 yards here on this tricky par 3. Good-looking shot right here. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Now to the third hole, and Frank, again, it is relatively short.
But well bunkered off the tee, Rich, so a decision to be made here. 2 bunkers down the left side. The one on the right doesn't really come into play, but it's a good line to hit it over the left-hand edge of that right bunker.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Looking to get it in close here with the approach at the short par 4 third.
It's like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Wow, I thought he made that. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par.
Even par, currently.
And he makes it for par. Fourth hole now, 440 yards. Second shot here at the fourth. Bunkers guarding the front corners of the green. So he's hit it inside 30 feet. Not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And now the fifth hole in a challenging par 4 here. It is 520 yards long, and Frank, it rewards precision off the tee.
This is one of the narrowest fairways on the golf course, Rich. Not only that, your tee shot's blind, so you're not going to know where that ball finishes up. Fairway also tilts right to left, so you're going to have to hit that tee shot down the right side.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, yeah. That had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green in regulation. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just misses. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. He needs this for bogey.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Well, Frank, here we go. The par 3-6. What a hole.
Visual intimidation, the utmost here. All you see is water, and somehow you've got to take the attention away from, well, where the fish go to find where that flag is. And you notice that green is just tilted a little bit to the right as well. Anything just slightly right of that green side bunker. This is one that you have to be wary of. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Drops for a par. Now the par 4 7th, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Long hitters actually might think about trying to fly it over that bunker on the left, Rich, and leave yourself a pitch in here. But really, it's a second shot hole. And the reason why is that second shot is uphill and to an elevated green. So one thing you want to do is make sure you're hitting that second shot out of the fairway.
Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
This par 4 is a dogleg left with bunkers and trees on that left side of the fairway, so that should deter players from cutting the corner. Although often thought of as a birdie hole, this 8th has a relatively small, firm green surrounded by a deep bunker in front, thick rough on all sides. Birdies might not be as plentiful as people think. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. He's made it. Rounding out the front side, and Frank, here we are, at last, at a par 5. And what are we looking at?
Good chance here for the long hitters to drive it down there as far as possible. The hole really gives into a nice draw off the tee. One of the reasons why you get that extra kick and bound down the hill, because that's the way the hole shapes. From there, long iron to a green that's built the other way, left to right. Chances for eagles, chances for birdies, but stray with a tee shot, and then all of a sudden you've got to worry about that lake when you lay up.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Trying to make yet another birdie. In the hole and a birdie. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Now the approach to the par 4 10th. This could be a good one. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies.
Now, as they say, 300-yard drive, 1 shot. Miss a short one, also 1 shot.
Yeah, that's painful.
Now, it's that sneaky distance.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank. And now let's hope he doesn't make Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
Where we start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break, and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
So they'll tap in. Good work right there. They'll settle for par. Frank, one thing I really like about Eastlake Golf Club, the variety of holes. There's some good par 3s. We've seen that. Just a couple of par 5s. But then you have this collection of really fascinating short par 4s, including here at the 391-yard 12th.
It just goes to show in today's game you don't always have to reach for a 500-yard par 4. The 12th, even though it's under 400 yards, is quite deceiving. There's a lone fairway bunker on the right that has to be avoided. And then judging the lie, if you're on a downhill lie, pitching into a green that's also below you, that front bunker might look a long way short of the green, but it's caught a few errant second shots.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
Good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Now at the par 4 13th. This is a good one. Strong challenge here at Eastlake.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Well, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off. Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left.
Well, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
This par 5 15th measures in at only 525 yards. There is a chance to get to the green in two without question, but there's also some trouble out there.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Yeah, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. That will be a great look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Oh man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf. Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Well, you can feel the tension right now. Always a pivotal shot in the round, the second to 17. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Frank, the par 4 17th at 455 yards has become really one of the most famous holes on the PGA Tour.
By virtue of that great up and down by Bill Haas when the level of the lake had been reduced just to the level where he could actually play that vital third shot. The hole is a slight dogleg left, par 4, fairly flat. Those 3 bunkers down the right are absolutely perfect if you're going to just bail out to the right. You'll certainly learn how to play fairway bunker shots. If you can find the fairway, this green raised slightly, and you'll see that gaping front bunker that protects the front. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there.